think we'll strengthen, they'll strengthen. I think you and Chelsea are still a while away. Do you know it? If there's a surprise team, bro, that will probably be the third horse, or maybe in the run into at least maybe a March or April, I think it could be Newcastle, bro. Because I think Isaac stays. I think Gordon's been injured and he ain't had the best of season, so I don't think he'll have that much suitors. And because football's about what have you done for me lately, Gordon ain't really done much. Do you get it? So, but you see Bruno Guimarães, let me ask you this, I still think he's going, and I say it on every stream, and the Geordies, like, they come for me, they're like, bro, he's not going.
They're fuming. They're not having it.
Well, they're not having it. But what do you think of the Bruno G situation, bro? I think he's cutting.
You know what it is about them Brazilian man, respectfully, them man are mercenaries, innit? You know them ones there, like them man will go wherever the bag is, or wherever they feel like it. You know them ones. Like this is
you need to understand, they were cleaning streets and running from the Red Brigade when they were younger and that, bro.
Bro, listen.
I watched City of God the other day,
bro.
I watched City of God the other day, bro, for like the second or third time. I'm thinking, this is how a lot of these Brazilian man lived, bro. Do you get? So wherever the bag is, and, you know what I mean? Wherever the bag is.
What a film that is, by the way.
Big film, bro. Big film, bro. What a film. But yeah, bro, like that's what I'm saying. I think the thing is, Newcastle in a position to offer him what he wants. Do you get? I don't know what they're saying with PSR and that, but I think PSR is more to do with transfers, not really to do with wages, innit? So I actually think they can what do you call it, offer him what he wants. But Bruno's
where would he go then? Where would he go then? Because who's gonna pay the fee? Because he's gonna be expensive and he'll demand big wages also.
For me, City, I would say City or Real Madrid, because I just think with Bruno.
Oh yeah, City. I forgot about City.
Because remember, they've been admirers of him for time now, Rants. It's been at least 2 years. And Madrid, I don't know why, but they're looking to get rid of Tchouaméni and Camavinga. Tchouaméni, I hear it because he ain't have a
both of them.
Yes, bro. I was so surprised. They're looking to get rid of Tchouaméni and Camavinga. There's a lot of noise. I'm like, if you get rid of Camavinga, you're making a big mistake, like a massive mistake, bro. But I can see them getting that Bruno, looking at Bruno, because Bruno, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, he's 28 or 29. He's looking for his last big contract. And let's keep it a buck. He's not won, other than the Carabao Cup. I don't know what he's won in Lyon. Maybe you lot can help me out, but he's not won much. Do you get it? Yeah. So I feel like Bruno's probably looking at it like, look, I don't know how long it's going to take for Newcastle to be at the top, because I think it's inevitable. Like, I do think it's inevitable, but and Woody, it was that Revelo thing, and I don't know how reliable they are, but they were like Real Madrid looking to sell Camavinga, but they shouldn't. That would be stupid. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I think Bruno wants to win more, bro, and he doesn't know how long it's going to take for Newcastle to be consistent challengers for the Premier League. And I actually think they will clutch a top five.
They ain't challenging for no Premier League, bro. It's Newcastle, bro. Let's keep it a buck. They're not. Like, I hear it.
No. I think eventually they will, but not for now. Like, not for the next year or two, bro.
I don't think so.
Well, do you think? Are you saying that because of like PSR and that? Because I think, bro, if City bust this case, Newcastle are going to say, "Bun this, we're going open final. We're signing."
You would think so, but bro, I just can't see it, bro. I don't think that they will be able to retain the players that it would take for them to challenge for the league, if that makes sense. Because the better Newcastle get, the more these players are gonna start flirting with bigger teams, bro. Like, respectfully, bro. Newcastle, like, bro, listen, the better Isak gets, the more he's getting linked with other teams, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, this is what happens when you're a Newcastle, bro. Like,
they don't really have the heritage like that over like a Barca or a Bayern or all these other clubs that are in for it. If that stays there another year, though, that I will say that he'll do the loyal thing what CR7 and Hazard did with you lot and what Hazard did with Chelsea. But I think he stays another year. I remember last summer we were linked with Gordon heavily, and I think there was a few other clubs. I think Bruno's the big one that leaves. But I think if they sell Bruno, Rants, and add to that core they already have of a Joe Lint and a Tonali, that's another one. If they don't start winning things, he's off soon as well, Carl. He's too cold. But a Bruno, Tonali, a Joe Lint, and an Isaac, a Gordon, and they need to sign another centre back and that. But I don't know. I hear what you're saying about them not being able to keep players, but if they were to, and then
that's a big if though, my brother. Because even someone like, let's be real, like, because of PSR, yeah, it's one of them things where they will get to the point, yeah, where they'll need to sell players. Do you get what I'm saying? Because their fan base is only in Newcastle, bro. So
it's actually true still.
yeah, so it's gonna get to the point where they're gonna have to sell man for PSR, bro. PSR don't help them. You don't help them. They're not
And
gonna be able
this is
to
what
go
I
out there
say.
and do a mad thing.
If I'm not even gonna say if once City, because
Yeah.
I think the fact this is taking so long, I think City they're in the clear in it. But if Newcastle see City's bust all these cases from backdating 10, 15 years back, they might just look at it like bun this. And the thing is, if they was to get back, they'll be like, well, City got away with this, so why can't we? Do you get it? They'll use them as a case in point. So I just think it depends. I actually think what Newcastle's do is heavily reliant on this City outcome, bro. Because if City bust it, bro, I actually think Newcastle will just be trigger happy, bro, and they can offer what they want, and obviously the richest club and whatnot. But you're right, PSR has done them over. But I don't know. I feel like they're a dark horse, and I think if they add well, you can see. But do you know another thing I would say, right?
They built their squad very well, though.
Very well. But do you know what? Again, bro, I clocked with the Tsunami Rants. They don't ramp, you know. They don't hear the minute you say one little thing about their club.
Hey, bro, listen, hey, but they have to, bro. That it's like a religion there. Them man, they'll fight for that. I hear that. But the reality is, yeah, football heritage is real, blood. And in the grand scheme of football heritage, you ain't got none. You know them, man. You ain't got no prems on that. You know them, man.
Do you know what I'll say? Another thing for them to challenge, not only they built their squad well, but they have to add more quality. Eddie Howe, let's keep it a buck. Eddie Howe ain't the guy to take them to a league title. They'll need to get in another. They're not. He's not, bro. Like
Eddie Howe's a good coach, though, man.
No, Rants, very good coach, bro. Back to I think getting them top 4 twice. I think they get this year their first trophy. They'll probably build him a statue. But Rants, how many times have we said this? Some managers are like the stepping stones, and then you get the final. You get the final boss, bro. You get the final guy that takes you over the line. I think Newcastle might have to hire in years to come, probably another like manager to take them over the line. Because I can see a world with Eddie Howe, right, where they're getting to like, I don't know, the last 4 to 5 weeks of the league season, and they're in with a shout of still winning it, but he just don't really have the minerals to take them over the line. Do you get it? I think he can get them to a certain point, but I think they'll need another manager to get them over the line. And people are going to think I'm dissing Howe. I think he's a cold coach. But to win the Prem, different. It's different. You just have to have that more about you. And I think they might need a bigger name like Timothy saying Jose. Not like a Jose, but I don't know.
I think Jose's goose is cooked, blood. I think people need to leave Jose alone.
They need to leave that alone, bro.
I think that era of manager is finito, bro. I think people need to stop with the Jose thing. You know what I'm saying? I think people need to allow the Jose thing, bro. What's the last meaningful thing that Jose's won?
I think it was at you lot, innit? Because man will say Conference League. I don't rate that trophy for Roma. Like, nah, man. I would say for you lot when he won, what was it? The Europa, innit? I might be going mad. Has he won something since then? Like, well, you said meaningful though. Man, I'm gonna just start naming trophies, but remember, keyword meaningful, yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose for Roma it was big, innit? For Roma, the Conference League was big because they hadn't won nothing in donkey's years as well. But let's be honest, bro. Like Conference League, bro. If you're playing in the Conference League, you've automatically failed. Do you get it? Your season has been a failure by default. You know what
Camera's frozen, bro. I'm gonna have to turn it on and hold on. I think I might have need to turn it on and off.
I thought that was mine for a minute, bro.
No, it's mine.
But yeah, like by default, big up Famzone because they were even saying it, bro. Like, if you're in Conference League, you can't be like congratulating Chelsea for a Conference League. Yeah, it's a trophy, but if you're in that trophy, it's automatically by default. Do you get? So, and Roma are a big club in Italy, not one of the biggest, but do you get?
Oh, they're a big club heritage-wise. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But come on now, you know what I mean?
It's just one of them. Yes. You know what? That's a shout, Carabo, because, bro. I've always said Elliot Anderson, whenever I've watched him, he's impressed, bro. Like he glides past his players and that he can shoot. But I remember this because they were fuming. Even the fan base didn't want to sell him, man. He was at the Carabao Cup final, bro. I saw him. I literally saw it, bro. He was at the Carabao Cup final. So he's still a big Geordie. And you know what? If Newcastle was to come back in for him and want him back from Forest, they'll probably sign him, bro, and he'll go back. That's his boyhood club. But I didn't think of that. But what I'm saying, Carabao, is if City bust their case, which I think they will, I think other clubs are going to look at it like, well, if they bust it, why can't we do the same? Do you get it? And that's when I think Newcastle will try. They'll try a thing, but for me, they'll have to add more quality, and I just think they'll need that upgrade in manager, because Eddie Howe's cold, but to take them to a league, I ain't too sure personally. I ain't too sure about that.
No, I hear it. Do you know what I mean? So we have to see, bro. Honestly, that Newcastle, as much as they're going through a good spell at the moment, and they deserve to be where they are. Do you know what I mean? And their fans will be super excited about where they are, bro. They can't compete with the big guns when it comes to attracting talent and keeping talent, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's a big club in the UK. In the world, it ain't a big club, bro. Like, that's the reality. And then on top of that, bro, like, respectfully, bro, it's Newcastle, innit? Like, bro, if man can choose between living in Manchester or London, do you know what I'm saying? Or anywhere else that's not Newcastle, they're choosing. Even Liverpool, bro. You know what I mean? Newcastle's at the end of the country, pretty much.
Bro, I'm assuming you've been. I've never been.
But listen, you know, like that, brother. That journey there. Come on now.
Crazy.
No one want to do that. Respectfully, listen.
I'm hearing it's like 15 hours round trip for that.
Reason, bro. Listen, they're great people, man. Do you know what I'm saying? They're great people. They're friendly people. Bruv, they have to be, blood, because that place is long. You understand what I said? That they gotta be super nice people, because you see that place there, brother. If you got there and the people weren't nice, no one will go there. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, no one would go there, you know? Like, bro, if that place wasn't jumping, yeah, no one would go there, because there's no reason to go to the end of the country, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's borderline Scotland,
bro. Fam, Scotland.
I swear, from Newcastle to Glasgow, you could get there like an hour drive or something.
Scotland, like my brother. Like, no one's going there. No one is going there. Do you know what I'm saying? Unless, like, it's a vibe, and it's a vibe. Don't get me wrong, it's a vibe, but it's long.
I was gonna say, back in your younger days, you were probably up there. I've never been. I've actually never been in it, but
yeah, bro, it's mental.
But
you know what I mean?
I can't lie. If I go there, bro, I need to keep it like 3-4 days.
Especially if you're melanated, bro. Man, not trying to live there. You know what I mean? That's why Isak's trying to get out there, man. You know like, come on. You know the ones, like, what? Man's doing up the Shola Amiobi thing right now. You know what I'm saying? It's all mad. Like, you don't want to be there. Not really.
That's the thing with Liverpool and United players, yeah, and City players. They all live in, is it that bougie area, Chester or something? Because
Chester. Or Cheshire, should I say? Yeah.
Cheshire, yeah. Sorry, not Chester, Cheshire.
Yeah.
But
McAllister come out Wales, I think, that way.
Yeah, it's kind of that way, but in between the two cities, because something come out about McAllister this week saying he lives in Manny, bro. And I remember Van Dijk.
A lot of them man do live in between, though. A lot of the Liverpool man will live like with the United man, because it's not far.
It's not far at all, and even KDB and Van Dijk's kids going to the same school and that, like, they all live they live all that neck of the woods. That's why whenever you hear, like, even when people say, when Liverpool, whenever we're in a battle with Arsenal or Chelsea, the first thing people say is, would you rather live in Liverpool or London? I always say they're not going to live in Liverpool.
They don't live in Liverpool, and a lot of the Manny Bres don't live in Manchester either.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. That they're not actually gonna like live there. Do you get?